I I really don't think anyone wants to wear watches to bed. Nobody wants to wear 3 or 4. This one just fell out of my waistband right there. And then let's take this one out. So this is my favorite part of the morning where I get technologically naked. And I've done this before. I had a relapse. I was doing really good and I was just wearing 2 watches to bed and 3 or 4 rings. As of late, 6 rings and 4 watches. I did not wear my Apple Watch to bed. I figured out a back door to complete all my Apple rings without cheating. That video is coming up. Coros Pace 3, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. This is the Garmin Enduro 3 with, you know, the cool red torchlight for Halloween effects. And then this is everyone's love interest from earlier this year, the OnePlus, some people pronounce it OnePlus Watch 2. There we go. That's all the watches. This is the Ultrahuman Ring Air in bionic gold, mind you. The Amazfit Helio ring, the Samsung Galaxy ring, the Oura Ring 4, which I have yet to talk about really, and the Circle ring. Whoop, drop test on the carpet. This is very unique because it expands. It fits both my pinky and my ring finger, although still working, the Oura Ring 3. You know, the one with the plateau on it, over 3 years old, still holding the charge for a good 2 days. I have had some Bluetooth issues. That was one of my other watches that just vibrated off my nightstand. Oh, that's good times right there. Today's video is quite remarkable because I wanted to follow up with the reMarkable tablet and just show you, I have this yellow tint on it. And we're going to circle back to that. What do I do with all these watches? How do I keep everything straight? It is quite remarkable. I've had this thing for over a month now, and I've come up with well over 200 reasons why you should go reMarkable, and really just a few that might persuade you not to. Yeah. One thing I've kind of missed is having multiple stylus pens. I only have one that fits the new reMarkable, whereas since I've had the reMarkable 2 for over 4 years, I have multiple pens now. Technically, it'll be the 19th of this month when I hit 4 years. Notice how much brighter this tablet is and how much whiter it is. This screen is so much darker because of the new technology. So we'll take them off their cases. I bought both of these. This one was $26 on Amazon. Your old composition books. I like it. This is a reMarkable brand case that came with my tablet. I think it was $25. This one was originally $400 and then this one was $500. Yes, it is bigger. Yes, it is brighter. And yes, it's in color. And the old one fits inside the new one. But when you turn them on, that's when you really can tell the difference. Okay, turn on. Interesting. And they were both in the same room. Why did that one take so much longer to turn on? I don't know. There we go. Now they're both turned on. Airplane mode is not enabled. And if we crank up the brightness, but I am going to turn on airplane mode now. That's the difference right there. Now, if I completely turn off the light, see how dark that one is? You are seeing that, right? Even with more light, this one is just darker. And the advantage and the disadvantage is during daylight hours, I find myself turning on other lights where with this one, I can see visibly in lower light. So now I'm gonna turn off a lot of my studio lights. Now all we have is light coming through the window and you can see the difference. See how dark that one is and how much brighter that one is. They had to do that because this one did not have a backlight. When we look at this angle, yeah, that credit card makes it about even. If you've never visited the Provo Beach in the Riverwoods, I highly recommend you frequent there. And then here's a business card from the Lawn Doctor folks. No, almost 2 business cards, but a normal plastic credit card. That's about the thickness difference between 2019, 2020 technology to 2024. So which one do I like better? And the big question, after a month, do I recommend that you upgrade to the Paper Pro? Is it worth the color? Is it worth the backlight? Is it worth a new stylus, the shader? Let's talk about the 200 plus reasons, shall we? And just for fun, just say huge step back in history. This was my student ID card back at BYU in the early 1990s. I can't show you the whole card because these cards had our social security numbers on them. That was your student ID number. Kind of interesting. BYU no longer does that. Okay, here we go. reMarkable 3. I have 12 pages of notes. Now over on the left here, we're just going to keep this in the same order, is the reMarkable 2. And I think it's good because to the left is usually old and to the right is the new. This is a drawing made by my friend Jamie. Mechanical pencil, here we go. So this is how quickly it refreshes. And if we open up this one, see, it's really not that much faster. The color, and then they added color, and they kept on adding and augmenting and making the device even better and better over the last 4 years. So everyone that shelled out $400 for one of these was rewarded, and then they changed the price to $300. And then if you use my discount code, then you save $40 and I get a kickback. They credit me $40 towards my original purchase. I asked the marketing company if they would do that again for the Paper Pro. I haven't heard back from them as of yet. So it looks like we'll just cross fingers that YouTube ad revenue and my wild mad money pay for this. The first reason, pencil. I love the sound of a pencil. Is that the sound a pencil makes? For the most part. There's mechanical pencil, there's ballpoint pen, there's fine liner, and yes, if you look really closely, you can do 6-point font. That's a question I got asked years ago. And then there's the highlighter. There's reason number 5. And then there's calligraphy pen in magenta. Look at that, huh? That's magenta. And then if you want more color experiences, we have pink, green, blue, cyan, and red. Come on, that's fun. And then we have the highlighter. The highlighter is really, really nice because they made it so the highlighter snaps to the text. So if I want to highlight this word battery life, all I have to do is switch to highlighter, and battery life is green to me. So now I've chosen green. See how it just snaps right to it? The marker in cyan. Number 8, the shader in orange. There's a really large example of the shader. Number 9, we have the paintbrush. Rolling Stones, Paint It Black. Have you heard the song? I really recommend. I really recommend that you watch Paint It Black. So then you do some quick math. You have 9 different stylus pens that are converted from this one stylus. And yes, it is worth upgrading to the Pro stylus for $100. There are aftermarket ones. This one has a nice weight. I like it. I like it a lot. 27 different colors. So we have 27. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 27 is 243. That's 243 reasons to buy one tablet with one pen. So could you really carry around that much paper, and do you really want to carry around 27 different pens? No. But don't click away quite yet. 244, there's no beeps. 245, there are no alarms. It doesn't make any noise. When I take this into a meeting, when I take it to church, when I take it to restaurants, I had one of those teacher conferences and my wife's like, really? Are you gonna take that? And I did. And it does attract more attention than I like sometimes. I'm used to it by now because I always have it. And people are like, oh, wow, what is then? I didn't buy it for the attention. I bought it because I didn't want to carry around 600 of these that I've filled up over the last 4 years. No internet browser. When you hand this to your kiddos, this is all they're going to be using. When they're in the car and you're traveling to Disneyland, you're going to have enough excitement when you get to the happiest place on earth. Do you really need them to be plugged in and watching episodes of Bluey?
Right. Hey, Bingo, I'm hungry.
Do it properly.
That advice doesn't apply to me.
247, it won't distract your coworkers. Once they get used to you having this weird looking tablet, they stop asking questions. Mine have. Number 248, side light for nightly inspirations. I just keep this on my nightstand, and if I get inspired at night, I just quickly turn this on and jot down some notes, and I never wake up my spouse because it's just nice and gentle in the eyes. Number 247, copy and paste. And you can copy and paste entire books. Demo. Now this is one thing I don't like. You can't adjust the brightness when you're in the notebook. So you have to exit the notebook and then crank up the brightness. There we go. So if I want to copy and paste something in a notebook, I just copy that. So you go like this. And then you click copy, and then you click paste. And then just like on a computer, you can change the size of that and you can rotate it. Woo! Come on, that's just fun right there. Oh, whoa, we made like a crop circle. That's pretty fun. Sometimes there is ghosting, and I've had lots of questions about that. So now I'm just gonna put that right there, clear the clipboard, and it's done. Now, in addition to copy and paste, you can copy and move as well from one folder to the next, and it's really neat. So if I can close this, and I should actually go to thumbnail view, which is something I test every day. I'm gonna copy this page right here, and I can just hit duplicate. And then I highlight just that one page, and I can click move, and I can say move out, and then I'm going to put it into video edits. And then it asks me where do I want, and I'm going to say move here, and then it automatically puts it in page 2. I use that feature quite often because sometimes when I'm in a hurry, accidentally open up the wrong folder, or sometimes, I don't know, or someone makes doodling and so it's really cool. And then you can delete pages all at once as well, which is a very nice feature. So there's the copy and paste. Reason 250, endless paper for 8 years. So if you you can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So if we go to the storage, so we're going to close this, we'll close this. And to get to storage, you click on the little hamburger in the top left, click on storage. So we'll do this over here as well, settings. When I moved everything over from my reMarkable 2 to my reMarkable Paper Pro, it took about 10 minutes to move 4 years of my life from the old to the new. This one had just 6.4 gigabytes of data, and I've been able to successfully store everything in there, and I could probably go another 4 years because it just keeps on storing and I'm not running out of space yet. We took all of that info, over 600 notebooks, and now it's in here. They increased the space, and now I have another 8-10 years, maybe. Based upon my usage, I'm filling up 3 gig every 4 years, so I'm good until I reach age 70 is my guess, even if I start reading a bunch of books. Now here, I'm not quite sure what happened, but a bunch of the text got discombobulated. So number 258, manage your thoughts faster. Okay. 259, data refresh. Is it faster? Yes and no. It's doing a lot more. 259, 6 words lost over the last 4 years. So by taking notes on this device, there were a few crashes. They fixed it. It was a bad 3 weeks. I think it was back in 2021, maybe 2022. I can't remember. But they fixed it. So let's say I was in this one and I was making a small little adjustment, right? And then all of a sudden it would just close or restart. But I only lost 1 word, and that happened a couple times, and I lost 2 words, but 6 words lost. That's really good. Data integrity, thumbs up. Number 260, resolution improvements. I would say the resolution is better. It is crisper, especially with the backlight and in the right lighting. Number 261, desktop app. So we're just gonna, whoops. So you can also tap and undo. There's also the sounds I really like. So the desktop app, and then I open it up and it takes a bit or longer. Normally it doesn't take that long to open, and then it's gonna synchronize with the cloud. Oh, that looks nice. And then if I go to notebooks, and if I close this one, turn off airplane mode, this will quickly synchronize with the reMarkable cloud, and then this notebook should update. Now, funny enough, I don't really see a way to force a sync, and I was really hoping they would do that, but I found navigate and navigate back. That usually pushes an update. It shows the reMarkable version, but yeah, it doesn't. But I have access to everything here. My favorites, my ebooks, my PDFs. And right now, these are both on the same account, but I'm gonna reset this one after this video and give it to my son because he's going to college. I would have loved to have something like this in college instead of carrying around different notebooks. So now we're still waiting for the sync. And this is what the data looks like in color. And of course you have thumbnail, you can type directly on here. I just click on the T and then I can start typing from my MacBook. And then I can enter, I can copy and paste. So just like that, it synchronized the 5K running test, and there's the text that I just typed in. So if I type in reMarkable 3, and then we open that, so we did paint it black. It didn't do the copy and paste yet. Now, if you ever find yourself in a bind and you need to force a synchronization, this is what you do. So you just go to storage, click sync, and it's gonna say no syncing errors found. You can always click on it again. We'll just do a double sync and everything should be fine. Now, funny enough, I haven't had any synchronization errors while using two reMarkables to the same account. I don't recommend it. It's kind of weird. You know, if you and your partner both wanted to have different reMarkables, but you don't want to pay extra, you could do that, but there's not a way to password protect your folders yet. And that's the second negative. So you can't create a folder and call it dad and then create a password for that folder. Because when you give your tablet to your kids, they can read everything. So I have to be careful what I write about them. Sometimes things do not go as planned. I had to close the app on my MacBook and reopen it. So now if I go to notebooks and I sort it by last modified, or I can say last opened, there's all my changes. Nope, it still did not update. There we go. Now it just updated. Once in a while there are sync issues. We're just gonna move on. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. So even here the text got all jumbled and I still don't know how that happened. Number 261, there's desktop app, both Windows and Mac. Number 262, there's the handwritten aspect, and this is where it gets really personal. So I'm in this lecture room with I only knew a couple of people, and talking to these parents, and they were asking me questions, and I wanted to reference something that happened years ago, and I'm struggling to find it. It took me about a minute, and I was quickly able to find a notebook that I had not opened in 2 years. Yeah, try to find a notebook unless you have a library. So that was really cool that I was able to find it. And then I'm reading this and thinking to myself, wow, this is real. And as I'm reading it, I'm getting this flood of memories coming in. And yeah, I started crying. And I'm reading my own handwriting about an event of a really close friend in my life. And you don't get that from a typed letter. You don't get that from, well, you might. Maybe you do. Maybe you get that from a text on your iPhone, but the handwritten text is something that cannot be replicated digitally until now. So I can go back to this sketch that my friend Jamie wrote, and you know, that takes me back to that very night. And I'm like, wow, that's him. That's his personality. And then that just speaks volume. Yeah, literally, it speaks volumes to me when I can see the personality of a text, of a drawing, of a doodle. It's really, I can't show you what I wrote because it is too personal, but penmanship, writing is personal, and the reMarkable captures that. Time for a break. Number 263, the intensity of visual memories. This is a little drawing that I did with my daughter's hand and my hand. That's pretty cool. That's a visual memory. And I can look at that and yeah, almost cry again. Number 264, during daylight, there's no eye strain. There's no reflection. There's tiny bits of reflection because of the light. It's wonderful. And then a parent will never be able to influence their child. Oh wait, that's no, okay. Number 267, duplicate pages. We already covered that. Number 268, pure creative freedom. You can do whatever you want. It's pen and paper. It's 27 different pens and different shades and pretty much endless possibilities, all based upon your creativity. Number 269, third-party stylus options. If you don't like the expensive stylus that reMarkable sells you, you can buy a Kingwrite. Now the logo has worn off, but it works great. I've been using this for a solid year and change, and every time I have to make a note, It just works. And it has an eraser. Ta-da! Number 270, customer support that is truly literate. I have had a couple issues, when I was losing words here and there, and reMarkable came to the rescue and they fixed it. I've never had to send mine in for replacement, but I did have one of their Stylus pens go bad and they sent me a replacement, no questions asked. It was great. Number 271, privacy. This is one of the negative spots. There is the integration with Dropbox and Google and a few other services, but I would like the ability to lock down a folder like you can on a computer. That would be nice. Number 272, my thoughts lead into actions, my atomic habits morphize into habits, and then, so the ability to write quotes. You can write down important things that happen in your life. 273, endurance, the ability to last a 3-day conference, nearly 45 pages of copious thoughts. Now, according to the website and what the the marketing propaganda tells us, is that it should last 14 days of regular use on a full charge, up to 90 days in standby mode. All right, it just depends how much you use it, because every time you're opening a notebook, every time you're opening anything, every time you use the backlight, every time you're searching, every time you're typing, the refreshing, that's using just little micro amounts of battery. I haven't made it 14 days. Apparently I just use it too much, but I have made it a full 9 days with really, really heavy use. On average, I'm filling up 1 to 2 pages of notes a day. I like we did in the earlier video. I mean, when you're documenting your life with 6 different smart rings, that's a whole lot of script. Oh, drop test on a carpet. Whew. Samsung ring, still good. Number 274. Okay, be really quiet. I'm going to show you. Can you hear that? It doesn't make any noise. The light's on, but nobody's home. I cannot inform you of the abundance of time I have made time to finish my book about feckless. I began writing it in 2004, and there are nearly 400 pages of content since November 2020, and those 400 pages have become my hobby. Will there be more? Less? When will it be published? I'm hoping by the end of Q1 2025. I need to rewrite some chapters, but I've been able to do it using this, because I can't take a laptop with me at all times. And sometimes when you're using a laptop, it's not appropriate, but when you're just taking out pen and paper, that's viable. People don't get distracted by you just writing and taking notes. There's an episode with Donald Trump. They're meeting with this media mogul person, someone really important, and this guy comes out and you can just hear him. And the guy's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just taking notes, sir. Just taking notes." And it was so loud in the video. And this is with the video editing. And the guy was furious. They transitioned and all of a sudden he was using pen and paper. There you go. Why does this tablet have yellow tint? I don't know. I contacted the reMarkable support yesterday and finally kind of voiced my complaint, because I saw that another color tablet that Amazon released is having that problem. And it kind of comes and goes depending upon the lighting, but I mean, is red, yellow, and blue. Yellow is a primary color. You can see the yellow tint of my desk lamp back there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be fixed with the hardware, or maybe this might be the first tablet I have to send back and they send me a new one. 276, what's the warranty on the stylus in my right hand? Can it be charged too frequently? That's one thing I have been concerned about, because let's say I'm in this notebook, reMarkable, right? And I just attach this, and you're going to see a little battery icon appear in the top right. You can't check your battery status without the pen being attached. So now you have to go to the hamburger, and then you go to settings, and then you want to go to marker, and then it shows the reMarkable serial number, which I'll cover up, and then it says charging 100%. Now I was using it once and it said 0%, but it was still working. So it needs a battery sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So far, no issues. I'll let you know in a year how the battery life is, but I've made the pen last over a week without charging it. Again, the huge variable is your usage. Number 277, ChatGTP and Cloud AI. Would they be able to OCR a PDF from the reMarkable 2 or this reMarkable Paper Pro? Let's find out. So this is the reMarkable 3. You can tell by the glow. I call it the reMarkable 3. Technically it's not, but it's a lot. Okay, we'll call it the RMPP. Oh, that's wrong too. We'll just call it the Paper Pro. Now I tend to think that I have good penmanship. A lot of people have given me compliments, so we'll just do this one. Follow the white rabbits. I jumped over the lazy yellow German short hair pointer doggy. And let's test ChatGPT first. And then second, we'll test the Cloud AI. All right, so now all we have to do is convert this from text to PDF, right? That should be easy. So right here, we just click share. And now I can say convert to text. So let's try that. So now it's converting to text. reMarkable, RUP Paper Pro, follow the white rabbits. I jumped over the lazy yellow German short hair pointer doggy. ChatGPT. Oh, it did okay. So now it says 14 pages, transferring. So now it's synchronized from the cloud. And then this is how it converted it. I guess I need to write more computer friendly. And now I can go back to thumbnail. I can just highlight that page and then I can say export, and I can export in PDF, PNG, SVG, grayscale pins. We're just going to do export as a PDF. I go to my desktop and there's the PDF. No tricks. ChatGTP. Okay, OpenAI, ChatGTP. Start now. Download the app. I currently don't have the capability to directly convert PDFs to text. However, you can do this using different ways. Use an online text converter, small PDF, or I can write Python script. Adobe Acrobat Reader, select highlight, copy and paste. Let's do PDF to text. Upload files. Error. Okay, start. Oh, I don't like this at all. Nope. So there's always more than one way. We're going to try the reMarkable app on the Android phone and see if that works better with a Hasselblad lens. So in just a second, we should see that to sync. Yep. See how quickly, that's good news. All in all, I really feel that the reMarkable app functions better on Android. That's just me. So now I can go to thumbnail view, and then I can highlight this one page, and I can do reMarkable PDF 3, yes. I'm just gonna say my drive. So now if we go to Gemini, and try to upload an image, albums, nope. Okay, let's try this. Let's go to reMarkable, and we'll just do a screenshot. And we'll upload that screenshot. Attach, convert to text. Come on, Gemini. Here's the text from the image. Okay, that's pretty cool. That worked. Okay, that was pretty cool. So right from the image, it translated the text better than reMarkable. Wow. Did it make any errors? Hang on. reMarkable 3, RMPP, Paper Pro, Follow the White Rabbits, I Jumped Over the Lazy Yellow German Short Hair Pointy Doggy, One Chat Cloud AI. It missed one letter, just one. That's pretty cool. So the whole point of this test was what happens to these images in 20 years? Or even maybe it's only 5 until Skynet takes over. Are we going to be able to do something with them? You know, those slides that you had from your grandma's attic, what do you do with those? You have to convert them. And now we can. Wow, that's a really cool example. I might need to make a video about just that. All right, that was fun. We're not going to do the other one. So we're gonna go back in time, 277 reasons. And again, the 3 downsides are there's a slight yellow tint. It is more expensive. You do get the refreshing with the colors, and enough people have complained about it. At first it kind of bothered me, but I'm used to refreshing from my other reMarkable. I like memory and pixel screens like this Coros 3. Love memory and pixel. Again, memory and pixel. Memory and pixel is great. I don't mind pixels. I grew up with an Atari. Pixels are pixels are a part of me. There you go. Do you need, I think we should all just let's just all go listen to Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. Black, color, it's all good. If you need more reasons, after the credits, I'm gonna show you just my day, my early morning routine of how I document my plethora of gadgets. That's my reMarkable story of the reMarkable 2, which has been my best buddy for 600 notebooks and 4 years, minus 1 week. And the new Paper Pro, which, you know, it's slightly heavier. You have to charge the stylus every week or 2, but it's still one of the world's thinnest notebooks. And I like using it. They don't have to pay me to say that. If they can fix the yellow thing, and then in the next version, I imagine they're gonna get it a little faster with the refreshing, but really it is better since that last release. So when I write in cyan, there you go. Did that bother you? All right, you're sold. Now you just need to come up with $500 minus 40, my little special link URL. Thank you so much for your time. I hope I've answered a lot of questions about the device. Yes, I recommend it. Yes, I use it every day. Yes, it is durable. This one did get dropped on or stepped on, and there's a small little, do you hear that? There's a small little dimple in the screen, but with 3 kids and 2 adults and a dog in the house and letting my coworkers use it and friends, complete strangers on trains, it's fared very well. And now we're gonna give it the college test. That's gonna be fun. Thank you so much for watching. Let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. Goodbye. And to reset your tablet, let's just do this for my kiddo. Look away, password. So the first thing you want to do before you reformat everything is backup, backup, and backup. So we're going to close that notebook. There, it's synchronized to the cloud. And then we want to go to settings. Then you want to go to storage, check sync. Wait for that to sync. Do it again. And now it's synchronized all my changes from this. Save space. Okay, remove, okay, well that's cool. But we also want to go to general, and then you'll click on account. And then at the top is going to be your account email. And we're just going to do reset. And you're going to have to enter your password. And then you get a warning by reMarkable. Reset your device to factory settings. By doing this, all files and settings on your reMarkable will be erased and your device will be restored to its original state. Any recent changes, yep, and we've done that. And reset. Confirm. And that's it. I kind of thought they would ask me for a secondary authentication, but they don't. We designed the reMarkable to not get in the way. Wait, I kind of thought they would have asked me for something else, like secondary authentication. We designed reMarkable to not get in your brain's way, to help you think. Wow, it resets very quickly. Well, college kid, there you go. Hold the power button to get started. I'm going to charge this for you, and Merry Christmas. I hope you like it. It's been really good to me. 600 notebooks later, 4 years, good times. It's also never overheated, so that's nice. You can use it in the sun. I guess that's 278. If it's direct sunlight, it does get a little warm. But yeah, and now you get 3 stylus pens. I only have 1. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. Goodbye. Well, that was interesting. After I reset it and all I did is connect it to Wi-Fi, it said it had another update. Ooh, I'm gonna miss this. I really am. But it's going to a new home, a better place. So I think we have enough lighting here without the backlight. I'm gonna make this 279. The sounds, I love the sounds. This is everything that I wore yesterday. And I wrote here in Italian, sbilanciato mai, which means I'm unbalanced right now, and I need to work on that. So I wrote here sbilanciato mai, which means unbalanced, because I feel unbalanced right now, and I'm trying to figure out which ecosystem to quit. So this one's going away very soon, and then I'm almost done comparing the Oura Ring 4 to the Oura Ring 3. So this one will be going away soon, and then this one, it's for video. So I feel all right wearing 4 rings, but 6, that's just extraneous. But primarily I'm testing the OnePlus watch with the T-Rex 3. And I think I need to charge this one. Oh, power savers in use. So we can hope that it still has enough power that it connected to the app. Was it 21%? That was last night. So still at 21%? How did I sleep last night? I was kind of stressed out about some work things, but we're not going to talk about that, are we? No, not today. And then we had the Coros Pace 3. So the refreshing is really not that bad. And right now I'm in cyan. I really, really wanted them to add orange. They have orange highlighter, but I can't write in orange. And that's kind of a bummer. Then, so those are my 4 watches. And then we'll start off with the newest, the Oura Ring 4. Then we had the Oura Ring 3. Then we had the Ultra Human Ring Air. And I need to specify Bionic Gold because I have a black one as well. And then we have the Amazfit Galaxy Ring, Sir Cole Ring, and this one is the black one. So was it just 10, not 11? Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Good for me. So let's just put these back on for a bit. Ooh, I like the feeling of a cold ring on my finger in the morning. And all of these have a cold sensation, even though they're not all metal. Actually, that looks weird. So I put the Amazfit there. And now I have 6 different colors, 5 different orgs. Oh, oh, Grant mentioned me in a comment. Thanks, Grant. When you make a watch, make sure you always include airplane mode and also sleep mode. And then you don't get disturbed when you're making a video. Ah, Coros Pace 3. I'll be testing a new Coros very soon. And then I'll often copy and paste this. So now I just go to thumbnail view and I copy this by duplicating it. And now I highlight that page and I say move out. And then I just search for sleep. So there we go, Sleepy Thoughts About Gadgets 2024. And then like, okay, well, where do you want to move it? So I just scroll some more, keep on scrolling because I can't remember the page. I did some load testing and the reMarkable 1 made it to almost 200 pages with no issues. And yes, there are several things you can do. Just click, you don't always have to use the stylus. Select where to push the page, blip. Move place after, and now I've copied that. And then I want to erase this top part. So there's that yellow again. Is it me? Am I going colorblind? I'm going to do green. I'm in the green mood. So you just quickly change colors. It's very easy. So Sleepy Thoughts. And just for fun, I will show you the Oura Ring 3 and Oura Ring 4 health stat. Another thing I use my reMarkable for is documenting battery life. And this is actually pretty cool on how fast this device charges. So now it's booting up from power saver mode to smart mode. So we'll put that right there, a little off camera. And then I can quickly switch between notebooks. So this is where I can use my finger if I want. There we go. Nope, that's not the right, here we go. OnePlus 2.0 smartwatch. So I need to rename that. OnePlus Watch 2.0. Wow, I haven't worn this since July. The morning after elections, right? We'll just tie this election day. The morning after. And because Trump won, we're going to do this in red. And then we're going to highlight it in pink. Will Trump save the USA? Stay tuned over the next 4 years, right? 23%. It dropped hardly at all last night. 0827. Fast charging is cool and all, but not if it's overheating. 74.6. Wow, it's already at 32%. Awesome. Meanwhile, we can swipe down and I can jet back to Sleepy Thoughts. So that's another cool little shortcut there. And we have our morning vitals. So we have the readiness of 65, sleep score 61. Interesting. So this is the Oura Ring 3, Oura Ring 4. 65. Interesting. And then we have readiness of 65, readiness of 63. They almost swapped. Still though, that's pretty good. So let's check yesterday's vitals. Yesterday was really good. 75, 72, 80, 76. The numbers are all over the place, and it's not because this one's on my thumb. I've tested that. It's really not much different, but this is 2024 technology, and this is 4 years old. If you want to see more about these gadgets, you know what to do. And I hope you enjoyed those credits. Those were for the Paramount Kid. Now if I type in credits, end credits portrait, part 46. Oh, this is where I was making notes. One thing that I would like to see reMarkable do is I would like to put be able to add details or something where you could see the actual details of that page, like, oh, when the last time it was modified. It has the modified ID. I guess if I open up the app, maybe that will tell me. If I don't close this, I search for end credits, share, detail, favorite. Nope. Let's check the app. You can sort by page count. You can sort date created, but just kind of clicking on a file and right-clicking to view information, you can tag. I probably should have, that's definitely number 280, where you can search by tags. So I can click on a tag here and bring up smartwatches and remove the other tags. And now just my notebooks with smartwatches come up, and then I can find them all. So that's actually really, really useful. So I can bring up this one, Enduro 3 versus Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra, day 13. Yeah, I need to finish that. And I have, let's see, oh, here's the X08 earbuds. That review is coming really soon. Those are some cons that I wrote. So when you're writing in pencil, that's what it looks like on the screen. And if I bring up that same tablet on here, and you also can project, which is kind of neat. Let's try that. But before we do that, it looks like there's an update. Update installed, please restart. Tablet is restarting. This will be fun. It appears it updated to version 3.15.4.2. Check for updates, checking. Release notes, 3.15, consistently up, select all with ease, we did that. Passcode length, other improvements, success lies in the subtleties. And we've added plenty of small improvements to the look of the tooltips, new messages and empty screens, and clear settings. To keep your data private, we've also cleaned up the temporary storage of thumbnail images from your work stored in third-party cloud integrations such as Google Drive. All right. After you've set up your paper tablet for the first time, a blank slate full of possibilities can be a little daunting. To give a warm welcome to new reMarkable users, we've added a notebook with simple tasks. Oh, well, that's fun. All right. So mainly that was for new users. So now we can go back to OnePlus Watch 2, or from the main screen, I should be able to just pull down and go right to that tablet. So now I have 0838, awesome. And what are we at? 57%. It does feel a bit warmer. We're at 82 degrees on the top. Warmest part of the watch, 87.9. And of course, what's my room temperature? 69 degrees. 69.4 to be exact. All right, time to get ready for the day. If you want to learn more about this, you know what to do. So at 59%, this would definitely last me the rest of the day, but I like to get it to 80, and it's a shame that OnePlus did not enable low battery cutoffs, and it's really, I mean, any watch released in this year should have that, and if you go to the app, it's just not there. It's just not. You go devices, smart mode, okay, where do I tell it to stop charging when it gets to 80? This watch doesn't do that either. This one was 900. This one was on sale for 250. More about reMarkable, more gadgets coming soon. Goodbye. And don't forget to run farther to move further in life. It's both grammar and a deep quote. Have a great day. So all that video footage that you just watched, that was from a year ago, and it's almost going to be December. Today is November 6th, so 11 months ago. I'm still wearing both rings. I've upgraded. There was a problem with my original bionic gold or slate black, I can't remember, and they quickly replaced it. No rings, perfect. My Oura Ring 2.0 died before it hit 3 years, and Oura didn't do anything. That was a real bummer. Anyway, because I was going to do a 3-year study for Oura Ring on my bill. I've spent over $800 on Oura smart rings over the last 4 years. Don't tell my wife. And, but yeah, how much did you spend on hunting this year alone? Right, Jax? Oh. Hi there, GSP. Come here. Hey, come here. Say hi. Everyone loves you. Do you want to go check your messages and go pee on stuff? All right, I'm almost ready. So let me quickly show you what the morning routine like and go over just 11 differences, because you watched all that other video and it's good stuff. This is important to know. So here are 11 things to know. Number 1, leaderboard. Do any of them have a really cool leaderboard like Garmin? The answer is yes and no. So if I open up my Ultrahuman Ring Air app, and this is on Android, and then we'll also see it on Apple. Sorry. So the apps are interesting, and you can go to the zones, and that's your leaderboard, which is kind of cool, right? So here's my zones. There is an actual leaderboard on Android, but they don't have that on Apple, which is kind of weird. So here are the two phones. Here's Ultrahuman Ring Air on Apple. Here's Ultrahuman Ring Air on Android. And there actually is a leaderboard. If we put these down, I have movement rings, and you can view the movement of your friends. So this is me viewing me, because they're both me. I've tried to make friends with other Ultrahuman people, and it just hasn't worked out. Shared with, so you can share your movement index, your sleep index, so that's pretty cool. It even shows what I ate. Huh, all right, that works. I don't mind sharing that to my friends. But then you go to your home, and then that's the leaderboard. Honestly, one of the best Ring leaderboards is Circular. I'm still kind of collaborating with Circular. I'll just quickly show you their leaderboard. It's right here. You go to leaderboard, and you can see all the users throughout the whole world. And I'm not even in the leaderboard because I haven't been testing that ring consistently this month, but I will next month. So there's your leaderboard. And honestly, I mean, if we go to Aura, their little leaderboard is kind of cool. You have to go to the hamburger and then you go down to circles. That's what they call their leaderboard. So I have one update and you can view quite a bit of info about your friends. So here's Pieter Herget Aura 2, which is actually the Aura Ring 4. And then here's me. And then I had my third ring, which was a slate, which I lost. Anyway, it's going to be personal preference. And you can give people emoticons and you can do little, that's about it. There's no chatting or anything yet. You can invite people. You can expand your little circle. Battery life, it's really close. If we don't talk about the Aura Ring 4, but we will, because right now you could either buy the Aura Ring. Now I shouldn't talk about the Aura Ring 4, but I will because that's what's out. The Aura Ring 4 can last 9 days. I've been able to make it almost 6 or 7 days. The price point is a big difference. We'll talk about that in a minute. This one, after 3 years, barely lasts 3 days. So that's something to consider. And this one is less expensive. There's no monthly. This one, if I wasn't a lifetime member, would be almost $8 per month. Yeah. So accuracy, they're both accurate. When I compare them to Apple, when I compare them to Garmin, so we'll just do this live. So we'll go to Vitals and we'll go to my sleep. Okay, so here's Aura today. 4 hours, 39 minutes. Okay, resting heart rate 62, sleep score 61. And then we open Garmin, this nice fancy huge smartwatch. 4 hours and 19 minutes, sleep score 47. Aura is sometimes a little too generous. Garmin is sometimes a little too picky. And then if we go down to heart rate, resting heart rate 63, whereas the Ring said 62. That's pretty close. And now we go to Ultrahuman. Allow, yes, that's fine. Turn on all, okay. Well, I don't do ovulation tests, but okay, we're not going to do that. That was funny. It should know that I'm not a woman at this time. So now we have the sleep score, which is 59. Okay, what's my resting heart rate? Resting heart rate 60 versus 62 and 63. Still really, really close. And give or take, if we do this day after day after day, one will be up, one will be down. If your devices are within 1 or 2 heartbeats, especially when it comes to a ring and a wristwatch, it's pretty accurate. So I'm going to say a tie. But battery life right now, the Aura 4 wins by, 2 days more. Leaderboard, I give them, out of a score of 10, I give them both a 6. Consistently accurate, I give them both 9s for rings. Customization, you can customize the data on both of these apps just immensely. You can choose what you want to see. And one thing that Ultrahuman has that Aura does not is the integration with your metabolism, which is really cool. When you wear a sensor, you can see your glucose inside the app. So here was a metabolic crash that I had. That's no good. You don't want to crash, but you don't want to spike. But my spike was 170. It was really subtle because I'm only pre-diabetic. I'm not type 2 diabetes, and I plan to stay pre-diabetic for the rest of my life. Knock on fake wood. All right. Then we have dynamic recovery. They both have that. They both increase the scores. I give customizations a 10 for both. Web browser version, this is where Aura does shine. They do have a web browser version, and I have a video on that, so I'm not going to rehash that. So the web browser version, it's okay. I would say it's a 6. There's a lot of data that Aura keeps close to their breast and they don't share, or close to their chest, and they don't share it on the web. Like these little pithy comments, seems that you didn't sleep that well. Yeah, thanks, Aura. The design, it's a personal preference. I really like the design of both. I actually like that this one doesn't have the dimple. you know, or it does that so that way you know, oh, the ring goes down here, silly. But this one, I just know because it stays in place. I've had a little more movement because they redesigned this to be so smooth. It tends to rotate around your finger a little more easily. The first gen Oura Ring, sorry, the Generation 3 and the Generation 2, they didn't do that because they have those little soft bumps. Anyway, something to consider. So I would say the design for Ultrahuman, I really like it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Plus they have the Dark Moon hypercharger. Well, we'll get to that in another video. So the design, I'm gonna give them an 8.5 and Aura's an 8. The API, they both are really, really good, both Android and Apple. You can click on here, you can go to settings. See, so right there, there's my active lifetime member. Awesome, so lucky to have that. And then you go to data sharing, Apple Health, app integrations, and you can integrate with app, get more from Aura data, explore integrations. You can integration with Wild AI, Chronometer, Noom, Zero, Headspace, Clue, Flow, and it goes on. But once you integrate with Strava, you're golden, right? Ultrahuman integrates with the Libre 3 glucose sensor for monitoring your glucose amounts if you're type 1, type 2, or pre-diabetic. If you go to Profile, go to Settings, and then we have the partner IDs. So if you go to Profile and then My Data, connect with other apps, Libre link, it goes to MyFitnessPal, Fat Secret, Garmin, Fitbit, Training Peaks, Z-Swift, Wahoo. Okay, well, API, I would give Ultrahuman a 10, and I would give Aura a solid. I would give them a 9. They're really close. So the third parties, Apple, Strava, they all check the boxes. So I'm gonna have to say a 9, 9, 9, 9. It's pretty much a tie game right there. Social interaction with the leaderboard, social media competitions, sharing, they both really could do better. I'm just gonna have to say a solid 7.5 for both of them. And then the fun factor. Which one is more fun to wear? During the day, you get really fun notifications from Ultrahuman. Here are just a few that I'll throw up on the screen for you to view. Or you get reminders, hey, it's bedtime and all that. But I really like how this one tracks my sunlight and it tracks my circadian rhythm a little more efficiently. And it gives me rewards when I go to bed early, and there's little brownie points here and there, and I think that's really, really helpful. You know, I woke up early, but apparently I went to bed late, and who doesn't have insomnia, right? There you go. That's a good nutshell. Which one do I recommend? Right now, I'm recommending the Ultrahuman Ring Air because of the price and the no monthly fees, and you get the same accuracy as you do with the 4 or the Oura Ring 3. And I'll have a long term on that really soon. It takes a lot of time to compile all that data. Let's talk price. How could I not finish the video? So 95%. Let's check the heat before it dissipates. 78 and 77, not too hot. My table's 71. That's pretty good. And how long is it gonna last? 95% should last 3 days, 23 hours. Not bad, not bad. Shows battery usage. Unfortunately, there's not anything there because it doesn't log the battery usage when you're in power saver mode. And then it doesn't give you a battery life estimate when you're in power saver mode. Still, nice watch for 250 bucks. If you do some basic math, the charging speed increased 70% over 31 minutes, 2.6% per minute. Faster than the new Apple Watch Ultra 3, faster than the Apple Watch 10, faster than a Garmin charging in the sun, one of the faster charging smartwatches. How I use it in the morning. I can't show you how I use it at work because I don't know how many companies would allow their employees to film videos in the workplace. That's just silly. I think it's a great rule because it would be way distracting. Anyway, now I am using my top-down camera, but I wanted to give you the approach and now I am using my top-down camera, but I wanted to give you the perspective of looking over my shoulder and kind of how I'm seeing it. Because I don't look at things top-down, I look at them at an angle. So that's how we're gonna film today. Yeah, good times, good times.